I bet so, man. That's still couldn't have. Picking up a bunch of other stuff. Testing 1 2.
Test 1 2. Test 1 2. Test 1 2.
Well, give him some more volume down there because we don't have any control up here.
Give it to me.
Testing 1 2.
Test 1 2. Test 1 2.
Should be on 1.
It's on 1. Test 1 2. Test 1 2. Test 1 2.
You hear him now? You have to hold this.
At first base, number 15, Canada.
You ready? Nation. My name is Brent Johnson. I'm alongside Shane Bennett, and Carter Griffin is producing our show as we're broadcasting live from Screven County, Georgia, as our Lady Raiders come here to face the Gamecocks in the first round of the GHSA Girls Softball State Tournament. I want to go ahead and apologize to you about our setup, maybe where we have to be. We'll try to give you the best camera shot that we can. We're literally broadcasting from left field. They have a nice facility here. It's just not real conducive for broadcasting a webcast, maybe for radio, but we're going to do the best we can, provide you with as much information and the best shots that we can possible for our Lady Raiders. We want to thank you for joining us. First of all, we want a big shout out and thank you, and we'll continue to do so through the game, Mr. Andy Cawthorn and Cawthorn Auto Sales for literally bringing you this broadcast, along with Julie's Gifts and Boutique, as Mr. Cawthorn has loaned us the wheels to get here, and Mr. Chris Wilcox is helping us broadcast this production with his internet access. So I want to thank those two local businesses. Go by and thank them yourself for helping us to provide these broadcasts for you, especially when they're the distances they are away from home. But again, this is the first round of the GSSA playoffs, and we are the 3rd seed out of Region 2 AA, and the Gamecocks are the 2 seed out of Region 3 AA. We're going to take a moment and have a national anthem, and we'll be back in just a moment.
Thank you, Miss Betty Jean Kirkland. The GHSA and its member schools have made a commitment to promote.
All right, Raider Nation, we are back here in the top half of the first inning. Fallon Johnson is going to lead off for the Lady Raiders, as she has done all season long. As the game progresses, we'll get some more specific information about the Gamecocks.
May want to clear up too a little confusion on the times and what we started. It was just a communication problem between both head coaches. One thought 4, one thought 3, so we split the middle here.
And here we go for the first pitch here. First round of the GHSA state playoffs. Strike one taken. Again, Fallon, a junior, slaps it up the middle. Shortstop makes the routine play there to first. Fallon has some wheels, so they have to be on their toes there. And the Gamecocks, the 2 seed in Region 3AA, behind Harlem out of Augusta. Jeff Davis Yellow Jackets traveled there today. The 4 seed in our region. Amy Harper comes to the plate for the Lady Raiders. Again, we're in the outfield. We should be able to identify our Lady Raiders as they come to the plate and make plays in the outfield, but it's going to be difficult to identify the Lady Gamecocks, and we do apologize for that, being in our situation. This ball is going to be hit to...
It's a slow dribbler there to shortstop. It's this Screven team, just all appearances, you know, we've only gone through 2 hitters now for Bacon County, but look pretty quick, pretty fast, agile on the outfield and infield.
Haley Whitley to the plate now for the Lady Raiders. 2 up, 2 down, 2 outs quickly for the Raiders. We'll change up outside there, as you can see. This Gamecock team, not a very big team, size-wise. We've run into some teams in the playoffs in the past few years. Looks like we match up well with them, but we'll see.
2-1 count. Nobody on. 2 outs. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Your Lady Raiders top half of the first inning.
Ball could be trouble. Pitcher does a great job of making the play, though. 3 up, 3 down for the Lady Raiders in the top half of the first inning. We're going to take a short break here as we move to the bottom half, and as we wait for Abby Lewis to take the mound for the Raiders, and we'll have our defensive lineup when we return. Be back in just a moment here on the NFHS Network, powered by Play On Sports, brought to you by BCTV Production.
If you can hear me on this, I don't.
All right, Raiders. We're back here, moving to the bottom half of the first inning. Again, reiterate that we're in the first round of the GHSA State Girls Softball Tournament. We have traveled to Screven County, Georgia, about 97 miles from Alma, as our Lady Raiders take on the Lady Gamecocks. We are the 3 seed out of Region 2, and they are the 2 seed out of Region 3. I know that sounds confusing, but
Game 1 here of a best of 32 right now. 32 teams left in the playoffs now. If we were able to win this series, we'll move on. We'll go to the Sweet 16, which will be at the higher seed the next next playoff series, and then after that would be the Elite 8 in Columbus.
Toneto is going to lead off for the Lady Gamecocks, and if we have any Gamecocks joining us on the broadcast, I welcome you. A little shout out to those back at the high school, Bacon County High School, the ladies of the guidance department, if you're
and Connie
watching in. Shout out to my wife, Jessica Johnson, for supporting me in these ventures. Shane's wife too. All right, we got 1 ball, 1 strike, no outs here. Leadoff batter, the pitcher for the Gamecocks. Again, Abby Lewis on the mound. This ball is hit sharply up the middle. It's going to be fielded by our center fielder, Johnson.
And quickly 1 on here for the Screven team. I say moving quick, aggressive at the plate, taking a hack at the first one.
Paulk behind the plate for the Lady Raiders. At third base is Booth. Taz at shortstop. Snell at first. Harper at second. McClellan in right field. As I mentioned, Johnson at center. And Clements
and
left.
Gamecocks wasting no time, as we were talking a little bit before. Just quick, going to be aggressive on the base path as well in the outfield and infield. They're not wasting any time.
Shane,
Already got one in scoring position.
We faced this Gamecock team in the first round of the state playoffs last year as we hosted them, defeating them. They had 7 returning starters from last year per coach. Tyre. No outs, 1 on, second base. 1 ball, no strikes. A foul ball there.
I don't know if you said this on there, Brent was saying before the game, or it may have been Carter, saying these girls don't look very big. They look small compared to our girls, but a lot of speed thus far.
Ball just a little high. It's going to take that count to 2-1. Again, Abby Lewis on the mound for the Raiders. Senior, one of 2 seniors, her and McClellan. Good pitch there. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Runner in scoring position at second base for the Lady Gamecocks. We're going to try to keep you updated audibly with the balls and strikes and outs. Again, Carter's producing the show, but he's in a position to where he cannot see the scoreboard or the umpire to be able to accurately keep the scorebug. I'm going to give you as wide a shot as I can on the camera. This ball's hit down the first baseline.
Squeaks
For a seeing eye single.
Just between the first and second baseman there. Amy Harper laying out for it, but able to keep the ball in the infield. Gamecocks quickly have runners at first and third. Nobody out. It's Rebecca Woods coming to the plate. Again, folks, as Brent said, we don't have a lineup for those guys yet, or those girls, so
we're basically listening to the field announcer for the information to get. And as you
runner
see,
quickly moves over to second base. Now runners at second and third.
ball is ripped. Again, just out of reach. Fallon's going to fire to third for the out. At third.
Runner does cross the plate for the first run in the game. The ball came quickly into third base for out number 1 here in the inning, but they got runners at second base now. One already across. 1-0 Lady Gamecocks.
Number 3, Victoria Winners.
I was watching the runner.
Victoria Ware comes to the plate.
I didn't see who brought the ball in from the outfield. Was that?
It was Fallon Johnson.
Fallon,
Made
okay.
the play for the first out. Runner at second, 1 out. This ball is hit deep to left field. It's going to be
Trouble in the gap. Runner does cross the plate. So we got a stand-up double now.
4 hits in a row there by the Gamecocks, scoring 2.
Third baseman, G.G.
Beasley
Raiders
to the plate now.
Let me see what
Raiders on our heels just a bit here as they trail 2-0 early with only 1 out on the board. Runners at second again. I don't think I mentioned this earlier. Throughout the playoffs, it's a best-of-3 series. First round, second round, and then the third round is a double elimination tournament in Columbus for the Elite 8.
Just outside and low.
So the Lady Raiders will face the Gamecocks twice today, and the if game will be tomorrow. Look, again, some confusion on the times earlier. This ball is going to be hit to the third baseman. She's going to make a play over to first for the out.
Quickly over to third base.
Back to third base. Close play. Aggressive play defensively by the Raiders. But we have 2 outs. Most importantly,
number 2, Allie.
Runner down to third.
Bazemore to the plate for the Gamecocks. Good pitch there by Lewis. And Lewis has been pretty steady throughout the year on the mound. This ball is going to be hit to a shortstop, Taz. She gets to show off her arm for the out at first.
So you go after 1 complete. It is your Lady Raiders 0, Lady Gamecocks of Screven 2. And again, we want to say a shout out for Mr. Andy Cawthorn and his Andy Cawthorn Auto Sales for actually literally bringing you the game today, giving us a vehicle to drive up here with equipment and all it takes to bring these productions to you. So we want to do a big shout out for him.
As well as Julie's Gifts and Boutique. And we're going to take a short break and be back in just a moment for the top half of the second inning as our Lady Raiders have to put it in gear as we're trailing 2-0 here on the NFHS Network powered by Play On Sports. Abby Lewis is going to come to the plate and lead off for the Lady Raiders in the top half of the second inning as we trail 2-0.
The Lady Raiders don't want to leave that 2 spot up there very long with us nothing. We got to get some runs here in a hurry to, if nothing else, for our
Just a little confidence.
Confidence, that's what I was trying to say, yeah.
Good cut by Abby, just a little below the ball.
Just a bit high. 2 balls, 1 strike. Nobody on, nobody out. Low there. 3 balls, 1 strike now to Abby. Ball 4. So Abby walks on 5 pitches. We got a Lady Raider on with nobody out. And Miss Booth coming to the plate.
Number 20, Brianna Booth.
We'll get a runner for Abby here. And Miss Holton, I believe.
Yeah, Holton, the courtesy runner.
Again, folks, it's hard to see some of the numbers from the location we're at. I don't know if that's my eyes or just how far we are right here.
A little both with the sunshine, the angle it is. Ball gets away just a bit from the catcher. Not far enough for attempted steal, although Holton does have some wheels. I do want to take the time to recognize the hospitality that has been shown to us while we were here. The principal,
Mr. Scott.
Mr. Scott, for Screven County High School.
Went out of his way to help us get plugged in, somewhere to put our equipment. I mean, just the whole gamut of things. And again, as Brent said earlier, just nice facilities here.
Yeah, just not real conducive to video production, radio or something of that nature.
Three-one count now on Brianna.
Yep. We're going to talk all over ourselves, and I apologize. I'm going to go ahead and take one for the team here. I'm always fearful of forgetting something, piece of equipment, and sure enough, I did this time. Typically, we don't need headsets when we go off for a football every week because the radio guys have their own, and I left our headsets, so I had to makeshift some mics. And I think the mics are going to work out fine. We just don't have the headset around our ears to kind of hear each other. So if we kind of stumble over each other, I'll blame it on that. So we got Holton at second, Booth at first.
Nobody out still here in the top half of the second inning in game 1 of the first round of the GHSA Girls Softball Playoffs.
Ball is going to be bunted, and the out is going to be made the force at third base. Just wasn't quite far enough to.
Number 3, left fielder, Marley Clements.
Oh, that was Hannah McClellan. It's Clements at the plate.
Ball gets up.
Ball's going to be foul. It's McClellan, I'm sorry, is on first base. I want to clarify that. Clements at the plate with 2 on. Only 1 out. Have an opportunity here. Clements has the power to tie this game with a ball hit to the gap or over the fence. To tear the ball, it's going to be ripped for a base hit. Booth is going to score. Ball is going to be thrown into outfield, and the camera guy needs to go to work.
And what you couldn't see there was Brianna Booth scoring all the way around from second. The ball going back to second.
They missed
Hannah up there
throw in the
against the outfield. Yeah.
So the Lady Raiders capitalized with 1 run.
1 run across here. Still nobody out here in the inning. Well, I'll take that back. We got 1 out here in the inning.
And there's another bunt down that baseline. It's going to push the runners over.
So with 2 outs, we got runners at second and third. And
Snell does a great job of getting that ball down. And I tell you what, this was something that I was actually talking with Coach Tyre about the other day. This particular lineup this year, as you see Paulk batting in the 9 position, Paulk has went deep 2 times this year from that position in the lineup. So we have power up and down the lineup, as well as every one of these girls can lay down a bunt whenever they're called upon. And that's something that, you know, that makes strategy, and it gives trouble to the other coaches.
Yeah, well, you see we've had like 4 bunts in a row here.
This ball is lifted into deep right field all the way to the fence, and it hits the base of the fence. Again, the ball carrying out our way, and Rachel almost gets another dinger.
2-run score on that.
And if her mom is listening and watching back in Alma, which she said she was, big shout out there.
Yeah, Rachel almost got to get Andy Cawthorn a new windshield in this strike.
Son, I was just going to make a dive, Andy. It's going to take one for the team there. The Lady Raiders have come back with a vengeance, scoring 3 runs here with only 2 outs now.
Fallon comes to the plate, leadoff hitter.
That ball just kept carrying and carrying because the wind's blowing out this way. It's not blowing at this moment, but it was when she was hitting.
Courtesy runner for Rachel over at second.
If it was a towering fly ball.
Yeah, if she got any
less loft on that ball, it's
she
over
goes
the fence.
out because it hits at the base of the fence there. If Brent was able to get the camera there quick enough, and I think he did, you can see it hit right at the base of the fence. Just a great swinging hit there by Rachel.
Again, Fallon Johnson back to the top of the lineup. She's going to swing away, and this could be trouble, but nope. Center fielder makes the play for the 3rd out. Nonetheless, the Lady Raiders take the lead 3-2 as we head to the bottom half of the 2nd inning. We need a little defense step up here, Shane, because we always talk about it in football or any sport, except maybe basketball, is when you score a few runs, you want to come back out on defense.
Well, and I think the thing there we talked about earlier was getting them to just get a little confidence here, not really seeing this Screven team, not knowing a whole lot about them. They come out and score 2 on us quick. We come back in this top half 2nd and score 3. That's a big deal, and hopefully go a long way. So hopefully, like I said, we'll come up and get 3 up and 3 down. We're
going to take a short break here on the NFHS Network, powered by Play On Sports. Want to thank Andy Cawthorn Auto Sales as well as Julie's Gifts and Boutiques for helping to bring this broadcast to you live from Screven County. Bottom half of the 2nd inning as the Lady Raiders storm back with 3 runs in the top of the 2nd to take the lead 3-2.
One ball, no strikes.
Again, a lot of production in the last multiple weeks by the bottom half of our lineup.
Yeah, the Bryan County series last week, it was the bottom half of the lineup that was producing a lot.
What a great pitch there on that outside lower corner. Ball was going to be hit to the left side, or your left side, right side.
It's easy for you to say.
Yeah.
Over to Emmy Harper.
Emmy makes a great play, routine play there.
1 out now.
Designated player, number 9, Madison Lewis.
Lewis to the plate for the Gamecocks, announced as the designated player. Coach making adjustments to our outfield.
He'll be popping that outside corner there.
Tell you, when Abby has full control, she's tough. She doesn't have a dominating pitch, but the
Quickly,
fact
2 outs now.
But the fact that she can move the ball around the plate makes her very effective. 2 up, 2 down with only about 3 pitches.
Exactly what we talked about. We want to see a third out here and get back into that dugout with some and get some hits and bats going.
0-0 Dixon to the plate for the Gamecocks. This ball is going to be slapped to Booth.
And there you have it, folks. 3 up, 3 down as the Lady Raiders shut the Lady Gamecocks down in the bottom half of the 2nd inning. We'll take a quick break, folks, and we'll come back for the top half of the 3rd inning. Again, thank Andy Cawthorn, Auto Sales, for allowing this production today on NFHS Network.
All right, Raider Nation. Lady Raiders lead 3-2 as we head to the bottom half, or excuse me, the top
half of 3.
Top half of 3rd inning. Emmy Harper is going to lead us off, her 2nd at bat.
We will be that next game. We will be the home team in game 2 here. Low and inside for ball 1.
And again, that's how this pitcher here started off in the last inning, had a couple walks. This ball is ripped.
Good catch by the right fielder out there.
That's just good.
Yeah, it's
line drive shot by Harper. She goes up 2 steps and kind of leans into it, makes the play.
Wasn't real sure what to do on it. She makes a couple steps, like you say, and walks right into it.
Shortstop, Haley.
For the first out of the inning. Whitley Taz comes to the plate. It's 0 for 1 in the game. It's her 2nd at bat.
Just a bit high. 2 balls, no strikes,
Again,
1 out.
Best of 3 series. Winning game 1 is crucial.
One thing different about softball and baseball, you're not so limited by how you can pitch each game with the softball. I mean, you can leave the
use
same
your
one out there
stud the whole time.
Yeah.
I mean, the underarm motion is literally no stress on the arm. I mean, I guess if you
That's
threw
3 balls, 1 strike now.
120, 30 pitches in one game, you might would be leery.
Full count now.
Ball called strike there on that upper outside part of the plate.
Just a bit high for ball 4.
Pitcher,
Abby Lewis comes to the plate in the cleanup position. Runner at first. This ball is going to be hit
Get out of play
just
on the
out
right
of play.
side. Booth on deck. And 1 out. Raider on first.
This is
In
part of the
tabs.
lineup where we started getting some things done earlier. This ball is going to be ripped down that third base line. Great play there by the right fielder.
Ball, that's the left fielder, but the ball gets quickly inside.
I apologize. We're in the outfield, so everything's opposite. Runner at first and second. More importantly, just 1 out. We'll get a courtesy runner for our pitcher. Looks like holding again. Booth comes to the plate, and we know Booth has plenty of power. The wind is kind of kicked up again.
Yeah, it's
Pushing
blowing
right
our,
out to us, Shane.
our
Get ready,
direction.
get ready to dive for this one now.
Dive out of the way, you mean?
No, we can't let this truck get hit. I'm the one who signed the paper.
That's what I mean. You know, I'm diving out of the way. Do appreciate Andy again. We talk about that a lot, but it does a lot for all the sports in Bacon County.
Oh, yeah.
Has
Well,
for many years.
And there's
Has Andy.
a lot of merchants around town do that. I tell you, we're really blessed in Alma and Bacon County for the support we get. That's why we encourage you to do business or give them an opportunity for your business.
2 balls, no strikes.
Ball inside.
Right down the middle. Yeah, we've got several of them. We can go down the list, a gamut of businesses in Alma that do it just over and above for these girls, the boys, whether it's FFA or what it is.
It's not just athletics. It's throughout.
FFA, future business leaders. I mean, everything we do at the school is.
Another walk for the Lady Raiders is going to load the bases. It's going to bring up Hannah
1 out.
McClellan. I think McClellan drew a walk her last at bat. McClellan has come on here late in the season.
We'll quickly open this game up here with a
Tell
base
you what,
hit.
a base hit here would do some wonders.
We'll take a walk too. Ball 1.
Absolutely. This pitcher seems just a little flustered. You can tell by her mannerisms if you can see her in the corner of the screen there. Maybe getting a little frustrated as
Coach
well.
is going to call time and go out there and calm her down a little bit, just a little. And again, we don't know her situation as far as freshman, junior, senior. It may be her first big game, but again, just calming her nerves down a little bit.
Again, top to bottom, we feel like that Region 2 AA is one of the toughest regions in the state. Now, there's some individual teams throughout the state that are very, very good, and we possibly, if we make it through this series, could possibly face one next week in Gordon Lee, but that are year in and year out of perennial power.
2 balls, no strikes.
But we feel like we can match up and play good ball against most anybody across the state because of our region.
A little low there for a 3-0 count. Pitcher's going to take a second to walk back there and again regroup herself. A ball here is a run. So
That's it. You got a couple chances here.
Oh, they changed the board on us.
Changed it.
I'm not sure, but that was ball 3, and that's
2 and
that's ball 4. Yes.
yeah, I thought so. I'm not sure what they were changing on the board, but there's a run for the Lady Raiders nonetheless. We'll take it 4-2 with only 1 out here in the top part of the 3rd inning.
You got Miss Marley Clements Jr. for the Lady Raiders coming to the plate.
Only 2 seniors, fairly young team. We got some talent coming up from the middle school level next year. They're going to add 2. A big group of seniors we will have. This ball is low. And I'm telling you, in this situation, you have to see that this young lady on the mound is struggling a bit to get it over the plate. You want to make sure, in my mind, as a coach, that you may need to take a pitch or 2 here just to give her an opportunity to throw a strike. Or you green light them, Shane, for anything close because she's trying to get it over the plate. Just like that.
I think right now Coach Tyers just got them with a red light here just until they can get something consistent. She can get something consistently over the plate. And then Marley, if it's going to be in her wheelhouse, she will light it up, I can tell you.
And she hits it hard. There's a base hit right there.
Brienne's going to hold on 3rd there. So again, Lady Raiders played a run, still only 1 out. Marley hits a great.
It's the 2nd hit for Marley Clements and another RBI.
Yeah. Great ball to left field there.
5-2 is their score with 1 out.
First baseman, Cameo
Snell. And Snell has the chance to.
She's got the power as well,
Oh,
Brent.
she laid down a beautiful bunt earlier. But she has the power to hit it out here where we're at.
Talking to Coach Rigdon when he had her in middle school, she was his power hitter there. Love to see one go out right now. That's going to be a little bit high.
Yeah, again, this pitcher struggling.
2 balls, no strikes, 1 out, bases loaded for your Lady Raiders here in the top half of the 3rd inning. Pulls back, and she got a strike there. 2 balls, 1 strike. Just a bit high for ball 3.
3-1 to count. Bases loaded. Another ball is another run.
Yeah, and again, we talked about, I would give her a hold here just to see if she could pitch me another strike, because if not, we get another run. That's ball 4. And she was taken all the way.
Wow.
6-2 now.
Got a timeout here. I think this is going to take just a second. We're going to take a short break here as well on the NFHS Network, powered by Play On Sports, brought to you by BCTV Productions. The Lady Raiders lead 6-2. As the young pitcher for the Gamecocks are struggling, the coach comes to the mound. We're going to take a real quick break here. Be back in just a moment. That's one tap.
Rachel Polk comes to the plate here for the Lady Raiders.
Rachel just about hit a home run the last at bat, and the wind is picking up again. Hit a towering fly ball to left field.
Ball 1 there again. I think a new pitcher here, what we were talking about earlier, just make her pitch me some strikes before I'm taking any hacks at this one.
Again, bases loaded, only 1 out.
2-0 count now. 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out, bases loaded for your Lady Raiders. Already plated 3 here in the top half of the 3rd inning. Right down the Giesel there for strike 1 for a 2-1 count. Not really sure what a Giesel is, but that's what came out.
I know what a gizzard is.
That's some fried gizzards.
An old geezer. That's
Yeah.
what we're called with a few more years.
That's why we can't see the plate.
That's it. I think
3 balls, 1 strike.
Again, Rachel Polk, our catcher at the plate, bases loaded. Leading 6-2. This ball is ripped deep into. This is catchable, but it's going to play to run. Another RBI for Rachel, stretching our lead to 7-2. What a great
That's a 3
offensive play.
RBI, 3 RBIs. Easy for me to say. 3 RBIs already now for Rachel here in the top half of this 3rd inning. Back to the top of the lineup now with Fallon Johnson coming to the plate. 2 outs now, runners at 1st and 2nd.
Again, Fallon, a unique hitter, as she is a slap specialist, but she also has the power to hit it in the gap. Again, runners at 1st and 2nd.
Strike there on the outside corner to Fallon for a 0-1 count.
Again, that slap back just in the reach of the pitcher as that gets them out of the inning. However, the Lady Raiders tack on 4 more runs. It's at 7-2 as we move to the bottom half of the 3rd inning. Again, still early in the game, almost midway through. But we are broadcasting live from Screven County in the first round of the GHSA State Softball Tournament. Best of 3 series. Game 1, Game 2 will follow today, if game tomorrow, for our Lady Raiders. So again, we'll take a short break, thanking Julie's Gifts and Boutique for this broadcast, along with Andy Cawthorn Auto Sales. Back in just a moment.
All right, here we go. Bottom half of 3. Lady Raiders up 7-2. Abby takes a little bit off of that one. Ball 1. Just a bit inside. 2 balls, no strikes, nobody out.
Ball is
Routine.
lifted. Fallon. She makes the play. What a great play.
Back to the fence.
As again, that ball is deceptive.
I said routine, and it
As
kept
the
carrying
wind
on us.
Well, the wind just picked up a bit there, Shane. I believe it made a dramatic effect on that ball. She made a great adjustment.
The flag's a little deceptive because it's got wrapped around. You can't really tell how it's blowing. Wind blowing now from left to right across our face.
This ball is hit to the...
It's just a base hit right up the middle.
Yeah, this is kind of like what we saw the first inning from these young ladies. We don't want them to
That's where
settle back in.
Lineup, so.
That's right. Their top part of the lineup is what did their damage in mid. Woods comes to the plate, the pitcher, and I believe this is back to the
We got a timeout here.
top of their lineup.
Checking the runner now that just made that hit. I'm not sure what happened.
We didn't see possibly hit the bag awkwardly.
That last week in Bryan County, the pitcher, their stud pitcher, hyperextended her knee trying to stretch out a hit to first.
All right, looks like we're ready to go.
Yep. She's back in the box now. Again, remember last time they were very aggressive on the base path. Get them on, get them over, get them in kind of mentality. Pretty pitch there by Abby for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody out. No, I correct myself, 1 out.
Shane, I hear the whistles blowing in the background as I see the Screven County football team practicing. I believe they are 6-1 on the season, number 1 in their region right now in football. And I see a little further to my right the stadium that brings back some not so good memories from the state playoffs first round about 3 years ago, which we were crushed.
2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out.
Ball is thrown.
Caught her out. Caught her out.
What
bang,
a throw.
bang play there by
I
Rachel.
apologize. I tried to get the camera over there to it. This is 3 great plays, two good hits and a throw out there to the base runner.
Well, Rachel came out there like a cannon throwing that ball.
I mean, it was just perfect.
If it's not perfect, she doesn't even have a chance of getting her there. Ball 4.
With 2 outs, 1 on.
Catcher, Victoria, winners.
Winners to the plate for the Gamecocks.
Again, pretty pitch by Abby there. It called a ball, but just missed that outside corner there. Great spot to miss.
This ball is ripped to that left side.
Just out of reach of a. Oh, and they get the ball over quickly, Brianna.
Yeah, what a great play there by McClellan as she quickly gets the ball into the third baseman, cutting off potential advancement to third base.
Third baseman, G.H.S.
Nonetheless, it is first and second.
2 outs. Well, the Gamecocks got a little something brewing here in the bottom half of the 3rd inning.
Shane, am I just not seeing the third umpire, or there's just 2? I know in baseball, when you reach the state playoffs, you get 3 umpires. This ball is hit back to the
Right back
pitcher,
to.
and she's going to, wow, quickly go. Are you kidding?
The little mix-up all the way around on that one. Abby going straight to third, but
I don't think
Brianna was not back in time to get the close, so she turns around and throws it first, and Cameo was not expecting it and bobbled the ball a little bit and was able to. The runner was able to get down and be safe, so and the runner scores.
Shane, that's the kind of stuff that scares me about games like this, when hopefully we'll be able to.
That was a sharp hit ball. Abby was able to come up defensively with a great catch there.
Had a chance to get out of the inning right there. Instead, we give up. There we go.
Same play again. Abby's going straight to first this time.
Yeah.
Run there.
Yeah.
So.
Thankfully, we only give up 1 there. Going to huddle up here just a second to refocus these girls, making sure of the task at hand as we lead 7-3 as we move to the bottom half. Excuse me, the top half of the 4th inning. And again, my name is Brent Johnson. I'm here along with Shane Bennett and Carter Griffin as we produce live on the NFHS Network, powered by Play On Sports, brought to you by BCTV Production. As we were postponed unduly, Lady Raiders lead 7-3. Gave them a cheap one there at the end of the bottom of the 3rd, and this ball is ripped up the middle.
Right center there. Center fielder quickly comes up the ball, gets it back in, but that's just a great way to start this top half of this 4th off. Top half of this 4th inning off.
Shane, who was that?
Shortstop, Haley Hinckley.
That was a good question.
Is that Rachel Paul?
I can't tell from here. No, that was not Rachel. That was Emmy Harper. I'm sorry. Emmy Harper. Folks, I apologize. It is just horrible to see from out here.
In the first inning, Emmy ripped one down the right field line, and the right fielder made a great play. And that was not quite as far right. But hit it very solid again. We got Taz to the plate, our shortstop. she rips it
Shits
down
the
that
same,
right
almost
forward
the
line.
same spot. Oh, she
Boy,
bobbles a little bit.
I love that inside-out swing when their hands stay ahead of the barrel. We're gonna have a chance
Gonna
here.
quickly
third.
get in the third. Great base running. We get second and third here. Nobody out. Lady Raiders taking advantage of some errant throws by the Lady Gamecocks.
Pitcher.
If there's anybody out there watching this game, which I hope there are, shoot me a text if you have my number. Let me know.
I feel like Will Smith, I Am Legend.
Let me know how the video looks and sounds. This ball gets away. Harper's going to rush and slide in. Safe.
Oh, he called it. Oh, man. And we can't see from here, but it clearly looked like she was slid in and coming back up when she was called out.
Yeah, I think Tyre don't like that call either. Did he just point and tell him to go back where he was standing?
I think so.
That's one of those plays where you
And it's not going to do any good to argue, but for your girls, you got to show them that you got their
Absolutely.
back, and that's the whole purpose in that.
I know from 300 feet out here it looks safe.
Yeah, I would say. Again, we got a runner at third, one out. 1-2 count here. No, 1-1 count on the batter.
Ball is low.
Coach Mike Thompson, our athletic director, is watching. Said looks good.
Awesome.
So. Just a bit outside and high. 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on here in the top half of the 4th inning.
Game 1 of best of 3.
Round 1 of the GHSA playoffs, state playoffs.
She will take a walk.
Abby quickly gets down the line. She'll get a courtesy runner here now for Abby.
Third baseman,
And that would be Mariah Holton again.
Booth is going to come to the plate now. Booth has drawn a couple walks.
Again, right now the wind is blowing directly in our face, so if Brianna gets anything under this, it's going to have a chance.
She has the ability to hit it over us.
If it comes this way, I hope it does.
I do too.
I did not get the ball strike call. They had the defense on to lure the third baseman and Taz off, but she did not buy in. So it's no balls, 1 strike. Just a bit low. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 2 on.
Swing and a miss.
Foul tip there. I think the catcher got a little bit of that one. She's going to take a little time to walk around and thank the fans for coming today.
Tell you, it's a beautiful day for ball.
For anything outside.
Yeah, outside, it's temperature is perfect. I'm sure it's going to cool off a little bit more in the second game as the sun continues to drop. Oh, this
That
ball
ball
is
was ripped,
hammered.
but she was way ahead of that ball and knocks it into the baseball field. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Again, that 1 out was a throw back at the plate on a pass ball. Way outside there. Holton get halfway down the line and getting back. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And I think Brianna's sitting dead red here. If she gets anything in her wheelhouse, she's going for it.
Ball high.
All 3, I think they're
And I think the
doing a
pitchers,
good job pitching
I think
around
the
her.
pitcher's got the idea that she's going to rock it.
Well,
if it's anything over
I
the
guess
plate
we missed
too.
something there because they just walked her down. So
Yeah.
bases loaded again for the Lady Raiders.
right fielder,
With only 1 out, McClellan comes to the plate with an opportunity to tack on to this score. 7-3.
Just a bit outside.
And again, a walk's another run.
Coaches want to talk to the pitcher again. Again, I say our scoreboard folks are what we're having to rely on pretty much for balls and strikes, and
They're a little off.
they're a little off right now.
I don't think they've reset from the last. She
Well,
reset the
it
balls
was
from the last
balls,
count.
but she didn't do
There
strikes,
she
or he
goes.
didn't. Yeah,
So it should be 1-0. There we go.
there we go.
With one out,
Just a little delayed reaction there.
top of the fourth.
Okay, we got a
All right, I'm trying to figure out who's talking to what where.
yeah. Pitcher goes back to shortstop. Shortstop goes to pitcher. Right down the middle. Strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Bases loaded. Top half of the 4th inning.
McClellan at the plate.
Oh,
Good eye.
just a bit high. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Base is full of Raiders. This ball is
Yeah,
popped up, caught
that was it.
by the shortstop.
2 outs here now. Got Marley Clements coming to the plate now with a chance to really help her team out here. With
Clemens
2
with
outs.
2 base hits on the day.
Sharply hit ball last time.
Yes.
Right in between shortstop and third baseman. One of my memories of Lady Raider softball was these 2 juniors
County.
now with Cook County when
They were freshmen.
with Marley and Emmy come up to the plate, and big hits there in that game.
Oh, this ball is hit to the
Foul.
right.
Hit the- it's
I'm
left
sorry,
side.
folks. Out here, it sounds wonderful off the bat, and it just doesn't take off
No
like you
balls, 2
expect it.
strikes.
Hey, I'm jerking the camera around like it's going to hit us in the face.
Optimism. I really hope we can get something here out of these. Not want to leave any of these runs on the bags if we can help it. That ball's hit.
Ball is
deep,
hit.
Deep.
Okay.
And just to the warning track for out number 3. Lady Raiders just missed a grand slam, and Marley Clements by about 5 feet there.
And again, Shane, I keep talking about this wind. The wind just died. There was
Yeah.
no wind. If the wind had been blowing, the ball was inside the warning track, possibly a grand slam home run to kind of put this game
home field
away.
advantage there.
But I tell you what, nonetheless, our Lady Raiders lead 7-3 as we move to the bottom half of the 4th inning. And we're on the NFHS Network, powered by Play On Sports, brought to you by BCTV Production. Kaysen to the plate to lead off for the Gamecocks in the bottom half of the 4th inning. Gamecocks are trailing our Lady Raiders midway through this game. Good pitch. on that lower outside. 1-1 the count. Two balls, one strike.
Three balls, two strikes, nobody out. Good pitch by Abby there. Taz just sucks up anything over in that shortstop position. And not said, but Cammy over at first base does a good job digging those balls out.
Designated player Maggie Madison.
Maggie Madison. Lewis to the plate for the Gamecocks.
One out here.
This ball is ripped back to the
Right
pitcher
back to Abby.
for the second out of the inning. Again, I'll take it like this all afternoon long with a lead, Shane.
Left fielder Pamela Dixon.
Two outs, nobody on. Bottom half of four. Scribbler down that left field side. Again, like Brent said earlier, we're sitting backwards, so it's almost hard to say left field or right field here.
Great
takes a
play
little-
by Taz to end the inning with 3 up, 3 down for the Gamecocks in favor of our Lady Raiders as we carry that 4-run lead into the top of the 5th inning. Shane about 9 outs away here.
Yeah, but nothing taken for granted by these Lady Raiders, I don't think at all.
They're all business.
This team in Lady Gamecocks is not a number 2 seed for any reason, whether we think we're a stronger region or not. I know they've played good ball all year, and they're quick and jumped on us real quick, so we've got to be able to get 3 up, 3 down a lot, especially after what we've done here. So hopefully we can come in and get some more runs with a 4-run lead, kind of add to that.
Well, we want to thank not only our sponsors here that we're recognizing as sponsors, helping us provide these broadcasts with internet access and transportation, Andy Cawthorn Auto Sales and Julie's Gifts and Boutique. We want to thank those listening at home and watching at home for purchasing the subscriptions, whether it's an annual, which I recommend, or a game day pass or a monthly pass. We thank you for that, helping us to provide this service for not only you but others as well. So again, we're going to take a real quick break here on the NFHS Network. First round of the GHSA women's or girls softball playoffs.
Top half of the 5th inning here in Sylvania, Georgia.
First baseman Cameo Snell.
Folks still kind of
Trickling in.
meandering in. Not sure of the game times probably.
Probably just the locals as they get off work, able to come in. I don't, and not to knock this team or this community, but I don't see quite the support here that we would have at Bacon County. definitely a lack of maybe some student support, as we have a great student section as they tailgate, literally tailgate in the outfield. Again, Snell at the plate as she leads off the top half.
I do notice a lot going on right now, though, Brent. You got football practice,
That's true.
tennis practice, band practice, so a lot going on for these guys. Just nice facilities. Principal, Mr. Scott, super nice guy, helping us get set up and get ready.
Yeah, definitely. I mentioned that earlier. I want to thank the hospitality of this local staff. Swing and a miss by Snell.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out here in the top half of the 5th inning. Ball low for 3 balls, 2 strikes. Full count now. Foul back to the screen. Brent, you see the Chicago Cubs are going to the NLCS.
I'll tell you what, I don't watch a lot of baseball during the regular season, mainly just for time constraints and that sort of thing. I love baseball. I think that's one of my all-time favorite sports to have played and to watch. But I'm pulling for the Cubbies.
Cameo sneaks that one in right behind the second baseman for a base hit here in the top half of the 5th inning.
I'm pulling for the Cubbies and the Royals.
Yeah, we'll just hope. I guarantee you, I can't think of the guy's name right now that messed up the foul ball the last time the Cubs were in there playing the Florida Marlins. He probably is not allowed to be in the park during this series.
He's on the wall of shame. His face is probably printed on a piece of paper at every ticket booth.
Yeah, if you see this guy, do not let him in.
That was an unfortunate incident, but however, it did change the dynamics of that game and that series.
I think this is Rachel, right?
It is Paul.
Yep. Ball high.
Paul with 3 RBI on a big hit to the fence. Nearly went out, and then another big RBI. And there goes that wind again,
The wind's
Shane.
blowing hard our way right now, so anything up in the air should get a chance to get out of here. And just like that, dies down.
One on.
2 balls, 1 strike.
And this ball is lifted into center field. Shane, it's all the way to the fence.
It's off the fence. It's going to make it. That ball, and again, look at the flag, Brent. It's
dead as a hammer.
If she hits that ball 5 seconds earlier,
I tell you, it's nuts. I hope Miss Polk is watching at home like she told me she was yesterday. She was glad we were coming, and that's what I like to hear.
That ball hits a foot down from the top of the fence, so that ball is just about out of here.
You know, that another little bit of, if the wind had been blowing like the pitch before, we're talking another home run potentially for Polk, but a long single for this catcher.
But we'll take it. Nobody out here now. Runners at first and second for you Lady Raiders.
Another ball is going to be bunted perfectly down the line.
He calls her safe at first, pulled her foot, he said.
All right, all
Lady
runners
Raiders
are safe.
Full at all the bags.
This is the 3rd time this game that we have had bases loaded with 1 out.
We don't have any outs right now.
Oh, excuse me. No outs. I see the little white line there. Or the side of the 0. I'm sorry, the angle I have. No outs. It's the first time we've had bases loaded with no outs.
That was Hannah Mack there. Didn't get that out.
That's correct.
That was a
beat that
dead
ball
pitch
out
there. Umpire had time.
So who we got at the plate here?
This is Emmy Harper, I believe.
Ball's popped up in the infield. Going to be caught by the pitcher for the first out of the inning.
So bases loaded now, 1 out. Taz up to the plate.
Got an opportunity. Taz ripped one down the right field line last time. Again, that inside-out swing that I love to see. Could really. This ball is lifted shallow.
And quickly, 2 outs now here. We got to get some runs in here, Brent. Bases loaded, nobody out.
Yeah, I'd really like to see us bust this thing open. If we could score, I'd love to see 2 more runs here.
As big as it was to us to get bases loaded, nobody out, it'll be bigger for them to get 3 outs here with us and leave those runners there. So we've got to get something going here. And you've got Abby comes to the plate, can help herself out tremendously here with a base hit. Foul back to the screen for strike one. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Again, bases full of Lady Raiders. Top half of the 5th inning here in game 1 of round 1 of GHSA Lady Raiders or softball.
Oh,
wow. Great play by.
I think she was distracted by the runner, Shane.
Mackenzie did a great job of holding up and getting right there as the ball goes across.
And that error, and no doubt it will be, is going to cost them 2 runs that we were hoping for, Shane. The score is 9-3 with 2 outs. Runners at second and third.
That was just a smart base running. Not much to be ever said about that, but Mackenzie gets 2 RBIs there in my book.
That's a tough play there by the shortstop. Booth to the plate now.
And 2 runs now, and we got a run rule situation.
Potential run rule situation, that is correct. 8 after 5.
Called strike there, 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, 2 on. Now second and third.
This ball is going to be hit to the shortstop again, a chance for pennants. And she gets it as she tosses it over for the 3rd out of the inning. And I'm sorry, Shane, the Lady Raiders tack on 2 more. Again, 2 more big runs there, 9-3 as we head to the bottom half of the 5th inning. Again, we had an opportunity there, potential run rule situation, but we nonetheless we didn't get it. We'll try again the 6th inning.
We did get some runs out of it.
Good news is we did get some runs with bases loaded and no outs off another big hit by Rachel Polk. Deep to the outfield off the fence this time. But we're going to take a short break. Again, my name is Brent Johnson. I'm here with Shane Bennett and student broadcaster producer Carter Griffin as we're live on the NFHS Network, powered by Play on Sports and brought to you by us, BCTV production from Bacon County High School. Be back in just a moment. All right, Raider Nation, we're back here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. 7-run lead for the Lady Raiders.
The key to this inning, Brent, this could be where things can get away if you let it, kind of letting your foot off the gas a little bit. Need to quickly get 3 up, 3 down and get them out of here.
And I don't know exactly where in the lineup these Gamecocks are. This ball is foul.
I think we're back to the top half.
I didn't hear the number and name of this batter. Again, there's that wind. It's like it comes in gusts, literally. It's either blowing about 10 to 15 miles per hour or it's nothing. This ball is ripped.
Sharp hit ball to Amy.
Wow, what a play.
She sucks it up right there at second base. Great play by Amy Harper.
And what makes it even better, Shane, I think I got it on camera. Coach Thompson texted me and let me know, but I'm finally getting the cameraman to do his job.
It's hard to find good camera folks anymore, folks.
Wood to the plate for the Gamecocks.
The camera guy's the same guy that packed our supplies.
Is he the same guy that left the headsets?
Oh, I'm not sure what he called that. Looked like it was a strike, but
Must have been just a tad outside. 2 balls, 1 strike.
no.
And 1 out.
Oh, quickly over to first base for 2 outs now.
Great routine defensive play there which we've got to have in this situation. Can't give them anything.
Bottom half of 5, 2 outs, nobody on.
Rebecca Hooks.
I think we're in the cleanup spot now.
Good pitch there. I guess it was
2 balls, no strikes.
just high
It
or
was
something.
just a little bit high because it was right down the middle. Of course, this is coming from 2 guys that can't see the numbers.
Yeah, I don't want to zoom in too much so that I don't miss a play when I jerk the camera around.
I think the last time you zoomed in, you got the south end of a northbound umpire.
Hey.
Three balls, 1 strike. Just inside and low.
This is our first walk we've had in several innings. And that's something, again, you don't want to give them anything.
Nope.
But there are 2 outs.
Catcher Victoria Winners.
Catcher to the plate for the Gamecocks. Victoria, first name. Lady Raiders are shifting toward the right side and taking a few steps back, anticipating some power.
Again, that wind is right in our face again, going pretty hard. Probably blowing as hard now as it has all game.
I believe
to
you're right.
dead center field.
A good looking pitch. Must have
balls,
been
1
just
strike, 2
outside, I
outs.
guess. Here's some complaints by the foreigners, not the locals. Ball was inside.
Sweep down that right side for a foul ball.
Good pitch.
2
Off
balls,
speed.
2 strikes, 2 outs. We got deuces. Bottom half of the 5th inning. Low and inside there. Okay, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Rachel's going to walk out and discuss his last pitch with Abby.
I'm assuming Fallon will take the mound to start the second game. I don't know, since if we can get this game over with under regulation, it may give Abby a chance to pitch a few more innings. The first part of that game, this ball's going to be ripped past our second baseman. Fallon's going to come up firing, cut off at the second baseman. Taz, the runner will advance to third.
2 outs now. Lady Gamecocks with runners at first and third.
Courtesy runner for the catcher.
Again,
Third baseman G.G.
Beasley to the plate, the
we
third
talked about
baseman.
earlier, not giving them any kind of hope here and need to get out this inning.
Yeah, we got to give up the walk with 2 outs and now a base hit, solid base hit. Need a strikeout, pop up. Tell you what, these girls are swinging the bat. They're not. You ain't seen any
Yeah, they're
bunting.
still
Ain't no
aggra-
small ball with this team as
We
of
talked
yet.
earlier in the game, aggressive. They seem to have kind of teetered off that a little bit as far as their aggressiveness on the base path.
Another ball hit to that right side.
They're
It's
going
gonna
to pick up a
score a
run
run.
there. 9-4 now. Lady Raiders still out in front by 5. 2 outs, 2 on now. Late in game 1.
Yeah, looking for that one more out here. Stop the bleeding.
Comes up like she's going to slap it and leaves it right there. Coach Tyer's going to take a second, call timeout, and get our team together and kind of make sure we're on the same page with this defense now, because we can't afford to give up any runs here to a team that as quick as they are at scoring.
Well, again, I want to Not only thank our folks that helped us to get here, but those that allow us to come, starting with our superintendent, Dr. Lane Rickard, our principal, Mr. Ross New, who is present here with us at Screven County, our assistant principal, Darrell Ellis, my CTAE director, Dr. Trudy Smith, again for supporting our program, which is part of the engineering and technology department, which I head at the Bacon County High School. This is a student broadcast team on the NFHS network, powered by Play On Sports.
Two balls, no strikes. Right down the middle for strike one. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. A little blooper there to Taz, should take care of it here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. So after 5 in the books, folks, it is your Lady Raiders 9, Lady Gamecocks of Screven County 4. We'll take a quick break and we'll be right back after this quick message. All right, here we go, folks. Top half of 6. Hannah McClellan to the plate. Lady Raiders still up by 5. Here in this game 1 of the best of 3 series in round 1 of the GHSA Lady Softball Playoffs. Ball's foul, hit back out of play. No balls, 2 strikes. Ball hit her on the arm, I believe. So, dead ball. Hannah's down to first. So, 1 Lady Raider on here in the top half of 6, which is a good start for us. Marley tattoos this ball. It's deep and it's gone, folks. Home run, Marley Clements. Quickly, 2 runs here in the top half of the 6th inning.
I tell you what, Marley, and that's with no wind, Shane, and we didn't get that on camera because I was texting, texting and filming. It doesn't work out, folks. Texting some constituents who are attempting to watch the game. But what a swing!
Yeah, if you could have seen it, it was great.
I think I'd have got your head. It might have been in the way. That ball's in the bushes right over there.
He's good.
Eight-run lead now for the Lady Raiders. excuse me, 7-run lead. And again, we've had several Lady Raiders to take the ball extremely deep off the fence a couple times. The ball's just jumping off their bats. That ball was tattooed because there was no wind. Count 3-1. Ball high. Just got a scoring update thanks to Miss Sonia Nipper. Vidalia is up on Dublin 9-0 in the top of the 5th inning. Got a timeout here for the coaches. We're going to take a real quick break with them. And be back here in just a moment on NFHS Network, powered by Play on Sports.
Ball 1 was fouling there. Ball 2, excuse me. Brent, further over they said. Two balls, one strike, nobody out here. Bases 1 and 2 full of Lady Raiders. Again, 7-run lead. Foul ball. Trying to get Miss Marta Clement's ball out here. She's hit it into the
Detention pond.
Ditch out here, deep in the ditch.
Yeah, that's 15 feet hit. Sorry.
Ball hit
15
over
feet.
and ooh, got her there. Runners at second and third now with 1 out. Runners at scoring position. With
Did the left fielder just throw fouling out from?
no.
Okay.
Second baseman,
Emmy Harper comes to plate. A little foul ball, or tap out last time.
So 1 out now.
One
Runners
out.
at second and third. Again, we've all took turns trying to find the ball. There's a retention pond behind this complex here, about 15 to 20 feet beyond the fence.
Oh, good gracious. That one gets away from her, and she's coming home.
Safely. That's almost as if the catcher just forgot about the runner.
Yeah.
I don't know. This ain't a good sign. You hate to see this for this team. That's like they've lost their competitive edge here. Maybe, I don't know.
Well, and this is game 1, so maybe they're putting everything in game 2 now, kind of.
Well, they have to now,
Yeah.
as we lead 12-4 with
This
an
is 8
opportunity
men.
to close this game out in the bottom half of the 6th inning.
All the runs we can get here to hold that 8-point lead.
Absolutely. Still 1 out, one runner at third.
Yeah, not sure about the count because our scoreboard, I'm not sure
They're
it's
showing
accurate.
2-2.
I know we do have 1 out.
This ball is
That ball
ripped.
sharply hit down the third base line.
Oh boy, it looked close to being
Looked
fair.
like it went over the bag to me, but bounced foul according
We'll
to the
give
umpire.
the umpire the benefit of the doubt because of the angle that he has.
And the footage, and the fact that he's about 100 yards closer than we are. And again, I think she's trying to get a change up there, and it's just, ball goes into the outfield. We're going to score a quick, easy run there and make it 13-4. And again, you hate to say it, we said it earlier, I hate to see the Lady Gamecocks just kind of looking kind of sloppy right now. Ball is hit high but short to the center fielder for out number 2.
Shane, I mentioned earlier I got a text from Sonia Nipper telling me that Vidalia was leading Dublin 9-0 in the 5th inning.
Shortstop, Haley.
Looks like they're about to close out game 1 in their series. Vidalia, the number 1 seed in Region 2, our region, and Dublin being the 4 seed in Region 3.
Ball hit down to the shortstop, quickly over to first base for out 3 here in the top half of the 6th inning, but not before your Lady Raiders pick up 4 more runs and take a 13-4 lead into the bottom half, where if your Lady Raiders can get 3 up, 3 down here, we'll close this game 1 of the best of 3 series out.
Game 2 will begin approximately 30 minutes after game 1, and we'll give you a little more information on that as it comes. But again, broadcasting live on the NFHS Network, powered by Play On Sports.
All right, here we go, folks. Chance to close out game 1. Ball 1.
Again, Lewis attempting to finish this game up with at least 6 innings of work. Shane, it would not surprise me, other than Jeff Davis, and this is no knock on Jeff Davis, but Harlem is the number 1 seed in this region. I think they've got a stud pitcher, as they usually do. It wouldn't surprise me if Region 2 doesn't have an opportunity at least to, and I know this is far from, our series is far from over. I would have said this prior to this score in this first game, that it wouldn't surprise me that Region 2 couldn't sweep Region 3, maybe other than the number 1 seed Harlem. Again, just because of the competitive nature of our region. And to be honest with you, the overall, except for Vidalia, is really strong this year. The Lady Raiders struggled a little early in the season, but we've come on stronger here in the second half.
Yeah, we talked some of these games we called earlier in the year. They just didn't seem to have that same.
We talked about that continuity.
Fireness, Fire, man, they've stepped up here in the latter part of the season, and if you're going to get that fire, this is the time to get it.
This ball is ripped.
Foul ball, right, left side.
Shane, I'm gonna stop videoing foul balls and try to get home runs from now on.
Yeah, that'd be good. That'd be great.
Ball is ripped to right center.
That was a rip right there.
To the fence.
And that's
Fallon's
just all it
gonna
is
fire
a
it
long
in.
single with this defense we have
That's
in
right.
the outfield.
Again, Fallon's a cat out there in center field.
Designated player, Madison Lewis.
Madison Lewis to the plate for the Gamecocks.
Still nobody out here in this bottom half of the sixth inning. That runner on first means nothing to us at this point. We can get 3 outs.
There's that wind again, Shane.
And again, blowing dead out to left center.
Ball is tapped to Booth. Fires to first for the out. It's going to give us 1 out.
2 outs away from victory here in game 1.
Runner advances to second, however.
Fielder, Pamela.
But like Shane says, that runner really means nothing at this point. If we can keep it, again, a 9-run lead right this moment, keep it to an 8-run lead and get a couple more outs, and this game is in the books.
Try to take a little bit off there, a little high. Ball 1.
Good pitch.
Strike 1.
And then lower
Ball
inside
1.
corner there. And Shane, we talk about the dynamics, and this series is not over by no means. The dynamics of a game.
Oh, just out of the
There you
reach
go.
of a.
Little play there.
Oh, when we. Thought we had her over at third there for a second. She gets over to third, so runs at first and third now. 1 out.
A little C&I single there just past the reach of our
slap.
second baseman.
Slapped at it and just got it out of.
But sometimes the dynamics of a series can change between umpires, because we'll have another the fielding umpire is going to be behind the plate in the second game. Might have a slightly different strike zone.
Yeah, the Bryan County series the other day, game 1 was no more evident in that game, than in that series. That game 2 was just a whole different ball game.
Another ball hit.
Safe all the way around. They score 1, so opportunity now to take this into 7 innings with that runner on second.
13-5.
1 out still.
Second baseman.
First and second.
Wood.
Gamecocks hitting the ball hard to the right side of the field. Emmy be able to knock it down, just unable to make the play to first. Ball's going
Gets
to get away from the
from her.
catcher.
She's going to go down to second and third now, are the Lady Gamecock runners.
Nice to see there. You see Abby kind of tap the catcher on the helmet, acknowledging, "May have my bad there."
Again, a little hard to stay focused in a game like this towards the end. Just want to get these last outs.
Really like to see. That's what you want right there, a little pop fly, but it's trouble.
And that's a fair ball.
No, but she touches it out of play. Did she not?
It was a fair ball.
Okay. Yeah, because it crossed.
Well, she caught it.
Well, it
she
crossed
caught
the
it
plate too.
Yeah.
Irregardless, if it lands inbounds in the outfield, and if it lands prior to the bag and rolls out of bounds and touched, then it's foul. Well, Shane, there's is that the run they needed? Did they score? They didn't.
No, they did not
Did not
score.
score a
We were
run
held
there.
up, so.
They were held up there. Again, the Lady Raiders with an opportunity to close out game one right here in this inning, in the 6th inning, and not have to go to the 7th inning. And again, there'll be approximately a 30-minute break in between games 1 and 2. Depending on that, I'm looking at my time now. It's probably going to be somewhere close to 6 o'clock, which the game is, the link is scheduled. So if you'll have to exit out of this game and go back to our webpage or check your email if you're a Bacon County staff or a chamber member. You got that email. Click on the link or just go to the NFHSnetwork.com, search for Bacon County High School, and click on the link to the game 2.
More importantly, if you're coming to game 2 here, we are set up in left center, bring food.
Yeah, there's the second out of the inning.
And Fallon's going to hold her at third. She's going to run the ball in. So 2 outs now.
All right, here we go.
Foul ball.
No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Bottom of the 6th. Chance for a run rule. Look like a good pitch.
Just a bit outside there. Pretty pitch again. If you're going to miss there. Away and down.
Again, 0 win at this point.
2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, bases loaded with Lady Gamecocks. They're fighting and clawing to make it a game out of this. A little bit low there for ball 3, so here we go. Abby's got to put something right there. They get the luxury of going to a 7th inning on this game. And swing and a miss.
Wow, you have to,
Full count. You got to hold the bat right there.
yeah,
with a
I'm
chance to go.
thinking, why is she swinging there? But I'm glad she did.
Yep.
3-2, 2 outs. She's going to be swinging here if it's anything close. We're
And
just hoping
again, this wind
picks back
builds up.
This ball is hit deep. It's caught by our right fielder,
right at the
Hannah
fence.
McClellan. What a catch, and I hope we was right in the sun. I'm not sure if I got the catch, but that's going to end game one of
a best of 3 series here in round 1 of the GHSA state playoffs. Bacon County able to take a 8-run lead into the top half of the 6th and able to hold it, or a 9-run lead, but able to take an 8-run lead and win the game by rule of
run rule.
Run rule, yeah. Couldn't think what you called it. But we will take a break here and come back on air just prior to game 2 starting, so it should be about a 30-minute delay.
Yeah, close to 6 o'clock probably. So just be prepared for that. Go ahead and get that link ready. You'll watch us come back on live. I want to thank, and we will do so again in the second game, our folks that help us get here and broadcast live to you from Screven, all the way from Screven County, about 97 miles away. That's Julie's Gifts and Boutique, providing the internet access, the streaming of the game live, and the transportation to Andy Cawthorn Auto Sales. I want to thank them as well. But we're all going to take a break. We'll cut it off right here. Shane, a lot of girls did a lot of good things. As far as giving out MVPs, it's always hard to do. I know had a big home run there, but we had another couple girls with some key hits throughout the game. But we just want to congratulate our Lady Raiders on this game 1 win, which is huge. It puts the pressure on the home team, the Gamecocks, as we move into game 2, with the if game being tomorrow at 5 p.m. But yeah, for myself, Brent Johnson, Shane Bennett, and our student producer here, Carter Griffin, we will be back shortly for game 2. And we will anticipate another Lady Raider victory, so we don't have to travel back tomorrow, Shane. But anyway, we'll be back here in about 30 minutes.